Hi everyone. Going to read a book tonight called A Very Big Bunny. The author's name is Marissa Bena Russo. Amelia was a bunny, a very big bunny. You really stand out in the crowd, said Mama. You're always the star of the show, said Daddy. But Amelia didn't want to stand out in the crowd or be the star of the show. She wanted to be a bunny, a not so big bunny. In school, Amelia was the biggest bunny in her class. Mrs. Aragula liked to line up the class in size order. That's why Amelia was always last, going to the gym, going to the library, going to the cafeteria. At recess, none of the other bunnies wanted to play with Amelia. We can't turn the jump rope high enough for you, said Lavinia. Your feet are too big for hopscotch, added Daphne, and the seesaw was out of the question. So Amelia stood by the fence and kept herself busy, counting the clouds in the sky, listening to the wind in the trees, thinking about important things. After school, Amelia walked home by herself. Along the way, she practiced ballet twirls. She sang, I'm a little teapot. She picked dandelions and made herself a crown. On her walk home, Amelia never felt big. One day, the door to the classroom opened, and in walked the principal, Mrs. Radish. I would like you to welcome your new classmate, Susanna, she said. What a pipsqueak, whispered Lavinia. What a peanut, whispered Justine. What a shrimp, whispered Daphne. Susanna was a bunny, a very small bunny. At recess, none of the bunnies wanted to play with Susanna. We can't turn the jump rope that low, said Lavinia. Your feet are too small for hopscotch, added Daphne, and the seesaw is out of the question. Susanna raised her ears as high as they could go and walked over to the fence. Hi, she said to Amelia. What are you doing? Counting the clouds in the sky, looking down at little Susanna, Amelia felt enormous. The clouds are fluffy and puffy today, just like giant cotton candies, said Susanna. I love cotton candy. Amelia just kept counting. Don't you wish we could hop up in the sky and ride on the clouds, said Susanna. Amelia did not answer. Maybe I can help you. No, thank you, said Amelia. I'm a lot closer to the sky than you are. The next day at recess, Susanna walked right up to Amelia. Hi, said Susanna. Are you counting the clouds today? No, I'm listening to the wind in the trees, said Amelia. If we had umbrellas, we could sail on the wind, said Susanna, and fly all around the world and visit India and Egypt and China. Shh, said Amelia. Can I listen to the wind with you? Asked Susanna. I don't think so, said Amelia. You need really big ears to hear the wind. And so it went. Every day at recess, Susanna came over to the fence and asked Amelia what she was doing. And every day Amelia had an answer. Spelling words that start with a P, or making dandelion crowns, or practicing plies. But Amelia never invited Susanna to join in. One afternoon, Mrs. Arugula announced that Picture Day was coming up. I expect you all to look your very best, she added. Don't forget to wear one of your dumb dandelion crowns, Lavinia whispered to Amelia. Some of the other bunnies started to laugh. All the way home, Amelia thought about the class picture. It was very possible that she would have a tummy ache or a bad cold on Picture Day and have to stay home from school. At recess the next day, Susanna looked different. There was a mysterious bulge under her jacket. Meet me on the other side of the playground behind the bench, Susanna whispered to Amelia. I have a top-secret plan for Picture Day. Amelia stared up at the sky. There were no clouds today. She raised her ears and listened. There was no wind blowing through the trees. She tried to think of something very important, but nothing came into her head. With a big bunny sigh, Amelia stood up and followed Susanna across the playground. Susanna and Amelia sat on the ground behind the bench. Dandelion crowns are okay, Susanna said, but they droop too fast. And then Susanna showed Amelia what was under her jacket. We'd better get busy, said Susanna. We want to be the stars of the show. We do, said Amelia. On Picture Day, Amelia didn't have a tummy ache or a bad cold. She raised her ears as high as they could go and put on her favorite dress, her purple tights, and her party shoes. Susanna was waiting for Amelia by the schoolyard. The two bunnies finished getting ready for the class picture. Then they hurried into the school. Oh my, said Mrs. Arugula. I don't think we're allowed to wear tiaras for the class picture, said Lavinia. Tiaras are fine, said Mrs. Arugula, and quite original. Amelia was a very big bunny and Susanna was very small. But from then on, it didn't seem to matter. Together they counted the clouds in the sky and listened to the wind in the trees. They made jewelry and practiced spelling words. They twirled and sang. And one day they even discovered that the seesaw was not out of the question. And that's the end of this book. Have a good night.